Hello everybody, welcome back to this video. Just to conclude this whole thing about South Africa and this South Africa org, I'm gonna tell you about what I learned in my time in South Africa, what I really appreciated and really enjoyed there, what I actually missed out. So one of the biggest lessons that I ever learned in South Africa is, of course, first and foremost, I need to practice my English. My English is worse. I already got the feedback that only people who are actually good in speaking English are telling to themselves they are very bad in English. But to be honest, sometimes, especially in South Africa with a kind of accent that is very international, very mixed, due to the very different peoples living there, that comes to some situations where you actually questioning their whole English or the way how they speak English. It becomes very difficult for you to talk to them or trying to understand them. And it was actually the first English country that I've been to for work or for an elective, and that all by myself alone. So it's already been a big new experience or situation for me from the get-go, just for my English. So if you are somebody who is struggling with English or is not perfect in this language, I would recommend you to practice it in any type of way. You can watch your whole media in English. That is nowadays very usable, very normal to do so. It's not very difficult. Just find groups or just people who you can talk to in English. I got to know somebody who is going to some evenings with so-called international evenings or international tables, where you can talk with people from all around the world with other languages, so you can practice your language. That is maybe something you can find specifically in Frankfurt. If you get the chance to find something like that, I can recommend you just go there, just try out and speak. Because a language, you can learn the whole grammar by yourself, but you can't use it when you are not actually speaking that language. So just speak, just practice, and just try to understand too. But because just speaking is not the same as understanding, especially in other languages, for example French. There's a big difference about how you receive the words and how you are actually reading them. Because in my head, when I hear something in any language, I'm trying at the same time to write it in my head and read it for myself. It takes a lot of time, but when you just skip those reading part and can understand those words just by hearing them, then you're already at the best spot you can be. So practice English is the first biggest tip I could tell you. The other thing that I'm gonna share with you or just advise you to do so is prepare yourself medically. Just find out what kind of possible cases you are gonna face over there. Because if you are prepared and already know the stuff theoretically, so you can amplify them even easier than before. Because you don't need the big explanation from the doctor. Of course you're gonna get the explanations, but you already know it and you can work with them even quicker. It makes also a very good impression that you are very interested in their work, and that makes them even more eager to show you or give you opportunities for practical reasonings. It's just like every other job application or job in this whole world. As long as you are prepared and you know what you are going to face and how you're going to deal with those things, you're going to be in the best spot possible. And another good point about my second point, like preparation, is you're much more comfortable working with those kind of patients because you already know the procedure, the medical reasoning and so on and so forth. So you are already in this whole theoretical part and you just need to apply them and put the theoretical studies into work. You just feel much more comfortable with patients who are facing those kind of illnesses or situations, and you know the whole procedure and you just do it. And when you learn or gain much more responsibility and accountability and much more of independence, the doctors are really able to rely on you and are very grateful. That's something that I experienced too. If you can take over some of the pressure and burden and the work that the doctors over there are facing, they're gonna appreciate it so much. They really love it. Just take as much as you can as a student, gain so much responsibility, work effort as you can, because you're gonna grow, gonna experience a very big growth of responsibility and decision making. Of course, number 3, that is the most obvious one. As long as you want to do surgery at the end or anesthesia or something like that, you're going to have multiple endless opportunities to put chest tubes in, to put centralize in, to suture and so on and so forth, or assist in operations. So the practical part is going to be something that you're going to love. And as long as you actually want to do so, that's a big thumb up for this, because that's the biggest point that I absolutely enjoyed over there, that I really recommend you to go there if you really want to do this, get to know how to suture and how to put this and this into patients and so on and so forth. So the practical part is going to be the best part. The 4th and the last point, it's the most valuable point to my heart, because all the time I've been there, I encountered so many people internationally, from Canada, Italy, of course of Germany too. The connections and the relations that you can gain over there, and just connecting with those people are going to benefiting you for your lifetime. And that's something I really appreciated. I went there to do the elective, but also at the same time studying for my big exam in April. So it was very difficult to cope with working and need to learn and everything else. But the people around me who I really liked, and some of them became very good friends, they really made my whole stay there so much bearable, so much more enjoyable, because we did some things like bike tour through Soweto, the biggest township in Johannesburg, and I think the biggest in whole Africa, in whole South Africa, doing tours through Hillbrow and so on and so forth. So that's something I really appreciate, and really made my whole stay so enjoyable, and just to talk to them, share our stories, to learn from them, and just having a big laugh with them. So just chilling with them, it was a great time, and I really appreciate it. So if any one of those people are watching this video, just to let you know, I really loved my stay. I really loved you guys, and I still really like you. Just be who you are and keep going what you want to do. Wish you all the best. Hopefully we can see each other next time, because I'm gonna come for sure. Something I really missed out, and something that you need to do when you come there, just take a bit more time, because you can explore so much more than just Johannesburg. I just went there for 4 months with a whole exam on my neck that I need to study for. So it was kind of difficult to get everything in schedule. So if you come with much more than just 4 weeks, or a bit more, like 8 weeks or something like that, just don't come with a whole big mountain of books that you need to study through. So you can just take care of your elective and work and get the experience, but at the same time take the time to explore the country, because some of the people I get to know there use their time to go to Cape Town, to Durban, or somewhere else, I don't know the exact names, or to the safari tour and so on and so forth. So take your time and explore this country, because it's a beautiful country. The people are lovely. I really like them. You're gonna gain so much more for your personal growth by traveling this beautiful country. That's something I really missed out, but I'm gonna catch up in the future, that's for sure. Yeah, that's all it. That's the conclusion of the whole South Africa arc. At the end, it's been a beautiful experience. I got the chance to get to know so many new people I really like, and people I can connect to. I hope I can see them in the future again. And the experience of work and responsibility, and of course the practical experience, made me a much more confident person, and a much more confident human being in making decisions. So if you are somebody who wants to go to surgery, anesthesia, ED, or just want to grow as a person, that's something I really recommend. So go there, take the opportunity, get to know many new people, gain so many new experience that you actually, from my personal view, you only gain there in South Africa and Johannesburg. So don't be afraid too much of the risk that you're gonna take going there. It's a country with their dark sides, but as long as you don't do certain behaviors that indicates for the predators that you can be a easy target or put yourself in danger, for example, going out by foot in night in Hillbrow, that's something that I really don't recommend. Just do the precautions the locals are giving you, and it's going to be a beautiful stay. So don't be too afraid of the risk. I recommend to see the advantages in a much higher view than the disadvantages, because for me the advantages overweight the disadvantages by far. If you really want to take this opportunity and think, hey, I'm not very sure about this whole city, thank you Kathy just for the precautions and everything else, but I'm not sure. So there are still other cities, for example Cape Town, where I heard there are a few people that went there. It wasn't the biggest or thrilled experience like in Johannesburg, but if you want to see South Africa while you're studying or for a very medical study reasoning, that's going to be another address for you that you can see. So that's all it. The next video is going to be about communication and everything else. The topic that I really like, and body language, as I already started. I hope you enjoyed this arc. It's going to be my first playlist. Thank you very much for staying, for supporting. Just give this video a like, a subscription, a comment, just to put it in the algorithm up. See you next time.